I had the absolute craziest revelation while I was meditating just now, and it's like it's overwhelming. I've just been in such a state of meditation, thinking, introspection, and I just keep hearing like everyone's thoughts, whole bunch of telepathy, whole bunch of people that were running away from me that aren't now. Energetically, they're just all over, and I don't know what to do. I'm kind of trying to run from it, actually, a little bit. I'm trying to distract myself. So the 8-8 portal, the Lionsgate portal, is open right now. A lot of people are making it through. I'm going to make it through, and you're going to make it through. I think actually we all do. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure the whole planet does, but I'm like really sad. I took on like a lot of energies today on my live streams, and just sad that so many doors are closing for me. So many patterns, so many cycles that I used to be able to. Hi, Earth Angel, how are you? So many patterns I used to get away with. So many crutches. I used to be able to turn to like alcohol, and I drank like 2 weeks ago or something. Didn't even get a buzz. Yeah, how are you, honey? We're making it through, my love. It's weird. I can't even turn to alcohol anymore. I drank an entire like, what is that, like pint, I think, of Southern Comfort. I couldn't even, I barely even got a buzz. I can't even get drunk anymore to run away from my problems. I think that that's a sign, like, you just, there's nothing else you can do but surrender, you know? I'm just feeling everybody's energies. They're so heavy right now. It's because I've been distancing myself. I've been cutting cords, telling people to just where they could rot, basically. I'm not trying to be mean. It's just, please go get your own fucking energy. Please take a hint. You're really not that great of a person, and I really don't want you in my life. And I've had to say this to about 4 or 5 people this week. Like, if you can't take the hint by now, you're dense. Like, you're dense in the brain. Like, you've got too thick of a skull, and you need freaking help, okay? Like, if you can't take the hint by now, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, it's like all these people that suddenly are like, oh, wait, she's leaving? Yeah. Yep, that's what happens when you get breadcrumbs. You leave. Well, the smart ones do. The smart ones leave when they're not being fed. You know, if there's not any equal energy exchange, the good ones leave. And then that's when people come groveling back and they're like, oh my God, wait though. But wait for what? For what though? Wait for what though? You have nothing to contribute. I figured it out. I finally got it. You pull away and then everybody chases your ass. It's astonishing. When do you get to the point where when you love someone, they love you back at the same time? Do you ever get to that point where it's like you love somebody and then they love you at like the same time? Not like you love them and they run and then you stop loving them and they run towards you. It's like, do you ever get that? Is that ever a thing? Or is that just in Disney movies? You know what I mean? Sending people's energy and projections back. Girl, get it. Earth Angel TV, I get it. Only Disney. I get it, girl. I totally understand. Have been so emotional, right? Like, I can't figure it out. What is going on? Is it the portal for real? Me too. So many doors really closing. I'm feeling the shift. Can you tell I've been crying all night? Like, look at my puffy face. I've been crying. Mic drop. Trying to find out, Jenna. Girl, summer is almost over. Oh, God. Is it even summer? Honey, I did so much shadow work this summer. I didn't even get a chance to, like, live in the summer. Like, I don't know, babe. What day is it? What summer? What season is it? I don't know. I don't know. While everybody else was out enjoying summer, I was going through spiritual battles, doing a spiritual war. I forgot that it was summer. It's so over. It's so done. It's scary. It's scary how done it is. And I think what's happening is we're going through the portal, and on the other side of it in a couple days, guys, nothing's going to be the same. You won't be able to turn back. Are you really ready to continue to make that statement repeatedly over and over again when you affirm in your head and you're like, I am loved, I am chosen, the universe loves me, and I always get what I want. And you keep saying things like that in your head, right? And you keep feeling better about yourself. But we're about to get to the other side of this portal, and then it's like all doors are closing. You never get to go back. Ever. You love them. You love all of them. It's never been a question of do you love them? Ever. Well, at least not for you. A lot of these people that you're dropping like a hot potato, they're like, what? You never even loved me. Look how easy it is for you to get over me. Really? You never loved me. Or like my favorite when you go through breakups, my favorite is, wow. So like, were you with somebody the whole time? Is that why you can get over me? Or, yeah, like you never liked me at all. Oh, this one's fun. This one's fun. You weren't even really that great to begin with. Right. That's true. Right. And that's why you dumped me, right? Yeah. It's so crazy. I feel like I'm in a fucking Twilight Zone. It doesn't even make sense. Like, it's as if you're so dense and so egotistical that you can't even believe that I dumped your ass because of you. You think it's because of like having someone else or having never loved you. Oh my God. Oh my God. Please rain, Lord. Let that be thunder. Let that be lightning. God, come through with the rain in the fucking desert in the middle of August. Please, Lord. Bro, I can't even get drunk if I tried. What's the point? I want to so bad. I just want to like drink by myself and just like be all like, woe is me and sad shit and play this world's smallest violin. I can't even get drunk, so what's the point? What's the point? Might as well save my liver from some damage. Not even try it. I'm not gonna get drunk. What's the point? I want to run from my problems so bad. I'm so sad. I left like 3 or 4 or 5 people. Shit, I don't even know. I even a couple people I'm just ghosting. I'm not even just ending it. I'm just like not talking to you. All in one fell swoop. Like all in 1 week. Like that's a lot. And that's saying a lot coming from a girl who left her entire family already. I don't talk to one person in my family. Not one person. Haven't in a long time. And I'm telling you right now, that is something. That is saying something. A girl who willingly walked away from a rich husband to go be homeless, living in her car. Left her entire family with no resources, nothing. And now I left 4 or 5 people in 1 week. And it's like, okay, on to the next. Starting to think. I'm a little too good at this. Starting to think that I might be alone forever. No, I mean that. You get to this point where you realize you're the common denominator. Like, are you the problem? You know? Because that whole, it's going to get better on the other side, is it though? Because when the fuck is the other side? When does that happen? Is it always just walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away? Do we ever get like to the other side where we get to bring shit back in? Anybody know? Can you raise your hand? Share with the class. Leave behind, leave behind. I'm leaving you guys. Bye, 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 bye. Always breaking up and never being with anybody. God, it can't be like this. I don't want it to be like this. This can't be how it is, right? The other side takes forever. God, Mac, don't let it. Don't let it, please. I'm sorry, babe. I'm sorry, too. Are you feeling it, too, right now? Narcissists be narking. Mac. Exactly. Oh, my God, girl. They even make you feel guilty. Oh, shit. I know. I know. I mean, seriously, the worst thing somebody can say to you is like, it doesn't even matter. You never even tried anyway. It doesn't even matter. It's not like you actually liked me, or it's not like you even tried. It's not like I ever thought we were going to get anywhere. Like that literally, a guy, my past life soulmate said that to me this week. Don't act like this was really going to be anything. I already knew it wasn't. It's fine. You don't even know what you want. Oh, I beg to differ, sir. Yeah, he literally broke my heart this week. The worst part is retaliation. When you finally choose you and say, you know what, enough of the breadcrumbs, I gotta go. And then you choose you, and then there's like consequences. There's punishment for that. There's punishment. The worst thing to ever hear is somebody say something like, you weren't even really that great anyway. It's fine. Bye. One guy told me deuces. And these were just guys I was talking to. I was simply talking to get to know them. Okay? And we weren't really like anything. We weren't dating. I was just talking, getting to know them, right? And so one guy literally just said deuces to me. Like at the end, I was like, I don't want to lead you on. I think I really very much am into my ex, and I don't think that's fair to you. So I'm just going to, he literally just said deuces, and that's it. What? What do you mean? Like what? It's almost like, bro, if that is not fucking proof positive that your girl made the right fucking decision, you piece of shit. That is the ultimate fuck you, if I've ever heard it, which they know it is. That's why they do it. Tell me your ego is not bruised without telling me your ego is not bruised. But yeah, it's like the ultimate fuck you. And I'm like, wow, if that is how you're going to maturely handle this situation, then honestly, I made the right call. Yeah, good one. Good. Deuces. Okay, what? That was a guy who told me he had dreams about me, and he knew it was a divine connection, and he really wanted us to be something more, and he saw us in our life purpose together and shit like that. And the last thing I hear from him is deuces. Come on, bruh. The spiritual narcs be narking. Can't do it, man. It's like you pull the plug because you know it's the right thing to do when you start realizing like you don't want to lead somebody on. You're trying to just invest in the right person and the right one for you, and you know who God put in your life for that. And as much as I'm happy about it, I now know what I want, you know? It's like, man, you just really got to go for the jugular at the end, don't you? you know? Whatever. Whatever. It's just egos. Trump won't be saving America. Plot twist. Sad excuse for a man. Mac, ain't that the truth? I don't really want to listen to anything besides my own self-talk. Thank you. Trump isn't the savior of America. Christ is. And I don't know how many of you are turning to Christ, but I know Mac here is. I don't know who was talking about me, Kevin. A whole bunch of people talk about me, sweet cheeks. You're going to have to be a bit more specific. Anyway, the one that's going to save America is God. And how many of us are turning to God? I don't know. Well, if you're not turning to narcissists, who are you turning to? There's the question of the century. No, really. If you're not turning narcissists because you're turning away from them, you're breaking up with them, you're divorcing, you're going through all these like huge life changes and you're choosing you, even to the point of consequences, okay? Some of you, it's homelessness. Get kicked out of your parents' house. Say sorry to your boss and go find another job. Maybe you don't have a job right now. Whatever it is, there are consequences for choosing you and choosing love sometimes. Choosing self-love. Sometimes it's people call you the narcissist. Let them, that's fun. Let them. Eventually what I have found is that time will always tell. No, really. This is what I have found. I have found that about maybe like 2 months after the breakup, 2 to 6 months is when the world starts seeing which one was the abuser and which one was the victim. People start seeing that shit, okay? They start seeing which one was really abused and which one wanted to keep abusing. People will find out. Time always tells, you know? You'll always know. But like, if you're not choosing a narcissist, then you're choosing love. You're choosing self. This is when a lot of narcissists attack you and say something like, you're just so fucking selfish. All it is you're greedy. You're selfish. Selfish with your energy. It's just all about you, huh? All about you. All about you and your feelings, huh? Glad you're understanding. Glad you figured it out. Because it's certainly not about you and your feelings anymore. No. Once the whole world starts seeing narcissists for what they really are and walk away, I'm telling you. Game over. The tables will turn. Karma will start hitting the fan. It'll hit hard. People's egos, bro, they just can't handle that shit. They can't handle rejection. They can't handle the fact that you just don't want them because they are them. Not because you cheated and there's somebody else. Not because you didn't love them enough. Not because you really you ain't shit. Nah. It's because they aren't doing it for you. They just can't handle that, so they project anything else onto you. Oh, I just knew you weren't really serious anyway. And yeah, don't worry, I didn't even like get invested though. I didn't even invest anything cause I fucking knew. Right, that's exactly why I'm dumping your ass. Because you don't fucking try. You went into it half in, half out. Right there is the big clue. No thanks. If you're not in it to win it, you're not in it to win it. Neither am I. I'm going to match your effort. That's what I'm seeing now. It's like, I match your effort, bro. What are you bringing to the table? Sorry. That's how it has to be. I really care about my heart. I'm sick and tired of having to heal my heart all the time. I don't feel like a girl should have to continually heal her heart every time she ever meets a dude with a peni. Like, I am not about to heal my fucking heart continually for the next 85 million fucking years because you come in, half out. Well, I'm kind of like on the fence. It's like a 50-50. Yeah, okay, bye. Bye, toodles. Toodles, fruitles, deuces. I'm over it. I'm over it. So what I've realized is that I am now 100% certain about what I want. And who I want wants me. And that's the guy I can't get over. For 4 months, I've known him 4 months, and I can't get over him. And I talk about him all the time on my channel. And you guys have seen it, like, wishy-washy, me back and forth, like, okay, I'm trying to manifest him, but then we break up, and then we make up, and then we make up and break up. And it's just like this. Until now, I didn't realize why that was happening with Sebastian. I really was not thinking thoughts from the state of having him. Like, from the state of, oh my God, we're together. We have a healthy relationship. We are power couple goals. Like, we both do something to help the collective. I wasn't thinking thoughts from the state of having a commitment. I was thinking as a single woman who would occasionally hook up with her ex and that's it. And stay for 2 days and then gone, and 2 days and then gone. And that is not how you manifest. Well, it's not how you manifest longevity. That's not how you manifest a long-term commitment. So I had to realize that recently, like, wow, no wonder it keeps failing. It's my shit thoughts, you know? Be single, problem solved. I don't want to be single. You stay single, Normand. You in your hand. You stay as single as you want. Hi, thank you, him, for being here. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you're in so much pain. I'm in pain too. We are all in pain here. It is a fucking pain support group. I'm sorry about your teeth though. That sounds horrible. Narcissists are classic tests for most empaths. Ain't that the truth? The world was a better place without technology. I love technology. I don't know what you're talking about. You can use technology to your advantage if you want. But yeah, I just, man, there's so much, so much. So we have to leave. We're being asked to leave so many fucking things. I don't want to. One of them was a past life soulmate. I intentionally manifested on purpose. I fucking knew about him. I knew about our past life. And I knew that as a manifester, I could manifest. And that's what I wanted. So I manifested him. I was shocked as shit when he just showed up one day. Exactly as I remember from him from a past life. And yeah, it was just, I don't know. Not what I expected. No fireworks, no intense craving, no desire, no passion, no like, my God, I need to have him. And he's my everything. It was nothing like that. It was shocking. I was actually shocked. There was no fireworks. It wasn't like this big, huge, like the heavens were singing and there were angels. And it was like, oh my God, he's the one. Yeah, forever, forever. It was just like, just kind of a whimper. It wasn't like a scream or a hell yeah. It was like a, yeah. And it just shocked me. I had put this man on a pedestal for so long. I had seen him as the all, end all, be all, really. And then I manifested in my world, in the real world, in the 3D, and I was like, not really that impressed. Not that he's not a great guy. He's sweet. Well, I thought. I still kind of not sure. I really don't know anything about him. That's the thing. You don't really ever get to know somebody if they're half in, half out. If they're always guarded, you don't get to know. You don't get to know. Who are you really ever talking to? You know what I mean? It's not that I thought I was being catfished. It's nothing like that. I did meet him online. He came into a live stream of mine. It's not that I was being catfished. It's just that you don't ever get to know somebody's like true intentions. I even asked, like, what are your intentions? And he's like, I really don't know. Yay for honesty. Sometimes you got to really ask those questions, girl. You got to be real direct and real blunt. What are your intentions? And he's like, I don't know. I really don't know. Let's just see and find out. No, like, let's not. Let's not. That's not how that works. No. 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 It's like a, but time will always tell thing. Yeah, time will tell. And I didn't need that much time to tell that that's like not what you say to somebody. So I can't do it anymore. I'm feeling like love is more of a battlefield. Love is like a war. And I don't know which side's winning. Why does love have to be a war? It feels like war. It feels like if somebody wants peace, you got to go to war. I just want peace. The more I want peace, the more I'm getting war. The more I want happiness and joy, the more I cry. The more I want love, the more I'm finding the fucking opposite of it. It's just insane. This is why people don't manifest. I'm telling you that right now. This is why people don't try to fucking actively, consciously manifest shit. Because the opposite always happens. It's just like the nature of the game. It's like, you want love? Okay, great. Let's give you 65 million fucking karmic assholes to work through. And then when you're done with that, maybe. Oh, diggle a carrot. Oh, you could almost have it, Jenna. Oh, just kidding. Oh, almost. So close. Yeah, fuck off, universe. Fuck off. Yeah, so the whole like karmic soulmates bullshit. Oh yeah, they're everywhere, honey. Dime a dozen. They're everywhere. They're in your dreams. They haunt you in your mind. They stalk your live streams. They're in your cell phone. They're on your fucking radio, sending you songs from Metallica. But you know what? Who's ever going to give you real, true love? God. That's it. If there's anything I've learned in this journey, is that the only one that truly knows my heart is God. Facts. Truly, God. An invisible source that brings in manna from heaven while I'm in the wilderness for about, I don't know, the rest of fucking eternity. Yeah, God is the only one that seems to bring down drops of rain from heaven every once in a while. Because it certainly are not narcissists. Spiritual narcs are the worst too. You know, there's like a normal narc, a normal narcissist, a dime a dozen. A covert narcissist, you could just read them like a book, man, you know? But then you get the spiritual ones. Oh, whole different breed. New level, new devils, bitch. Whole different breed. Okay? These are the ones that study people. They don't know how to Google shit. They know about past lives, right? They'll talk to you all day about your freaking astrological chart. Oh, they're so spiritual, yeah. They know how to meditate. They don't want to. They don't. But they know how to. They know how to talk to you about meditation. They know how to seem really, really like, yeah, at first. Then you start like feeling their energy out a little bit and you're like, wait, how often do you motherfucker? How often do you Not very often. Yeah, it's like, that's great. You can Google shit. I can Google shit too. Fun. One time, this one guy, I realized how powerful some spiritual people are. Like this one guy that I was talking to, right? I said in my head, we were on the phone, and I said in my head, I wonder if he's my twin flame. And I said it because we were so in sync. And I said it, and I shit you not. 2 seconds later, the guy goes, we're twin flames, huh? What? I didn't say it out loud. I thought it in my head. And I was like, wait, what'd you just say? Yeah, twin flames. I think so. I think we are. Did you just hear that? Yeah. And I agree. I think we are too. Then he told me that a couple days prior, his ancestors told him all about twin flames. So, like, while he was meditating. So it wasn't like he didn't Google it. He didn't know about twin flames because of Google. He learned about it because his ancestors told him about it. And then he told me that years and years and years ago, his ancestors also told him to look for a girl named Jenna. So I was like, wow, that's pretty convincing. That makes me think, wowza, wowza. But then I started realizing that false twin flames are a thing. And, well, I already knew false twin flames were a thing. This isn't my first rodeo. But then I started realizing it's an energy, guys. It's not one man or one woman. It's a fucking energy. It's a spirit. It's like, it really is. Like the spirit of Judas, the spirit of Jezebel, the spirit of jealousy, the spirit of envy. It's a spirit that can transfer into anyone you're dealing with. And there was a message a couple days ago on my live streams that I was talking to you guys about, that the false twin flame dynamic is starting to be exposed for what it really is. It is an entity. It was like this old school archaic entity that latched on to real true twin flames from the second they were born on purpose to convince you that it was your twin flame so that you didn't find the real one. And so, like, he's not the first guy I've been with that has claimed we're twins and was so adamant about it too, and kind of even stalkerish a little bit in the astral plane. That guy was watching me in the astral plane. He admitted to it. When I went to go back with Sebastian, I went about 3 or 4 weeks ago back to hook up with Sebastian again. This guy watched the whole thing. He told me the day after I left, he said, I saw that whole interaction with you and Sebastian. What do you mean? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I saw your fight. I saw the breakup. I saw you crying. And I said, wait, did you see us? Like, did you see us? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I saw that too. No, I can't do, no, that's not okay. I don't know. No, that's not okay. That's not okay. Like, even because he was like, well, I was in the astral plane. He had a dream about me. The whole dream, he saw the whole thing, the whole night of my breakup with Sebastian. And the next day he told me that. He's like, dude, I dreamt of you all night. I saw all of it. And at first I thought, because I had texted him about our breakup, but there was this one part of the night that I didn't tell him. And he said, and that's what I knew. He really was there. He was watching us in the astral plane. He was a monitoring spirit. And I even did a reading while I was on the phone with him. And I was like, why do you have this gift? Like, what are you supposed to be doing with this gift? How are you going to help the collective with this gift? Because otherwise, me as a woman and as a spiritualist, I was like, this is a bit too intrusive. So I threw some cards and it was pretty cool. I found out what he could do, good things with that gift. But like, abusing it like that, watching something like that, you know, I just was like irked by it. I was like, no. Because it proves to me that if you were there in the astral plane and you saw that, you were watching me. He wanted me, but I wanted Sebastian. And it's like, that is really creepy to me that you are watching. You had no self-discipline. Like in the astral plane, you couldn't stop watching. You couldn't go somewhere else. I don't like that. I don't like that. So I ended things with him like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And then I manifested this past life soulmate of mine who showed up on a live stream when I told him fucking not to. A couple days ago when we ended things, I told him not to. He showed up today. I'm getting pissed, man. Getting pissed, like, go fucking go somewhere. Like, thank you for not abiding by spiritual law. Like, people have got to start realizing that this shit is no joke. When you're told no, that's what that means. You know? But like I get it. I get being in the astral plane and monitoring people and watching people. I've been in the astral plane and I see that you can kind of do that. I don't like to, and I don't do it too often. But if sometimes I feel like somebody needs help, and I did. In that instance with Sebastian and I, we were in a really, really bad fight. But I didn't need his help. I didn't need this guy monitoring me. And so it was just really weird that I was like, dude, you couldn't stop yourself. I'm sure deep down they mean well, you know? I'd like to think so, right? don't know. I don't know. Spiritual narcissist is the worst. Narcissists with spiritual gifts, those are the worst, I'll tell you. Those are the scary motherfuckers you gotta watch out for. And it's just like, I just want to protect people from that. I just want to show, you know, people that they can protect themselves. They can stay safe. They can, but it's like, in order to do that, I have to walk away from them and boot them out of my energy consistently, day in, day out. And it's exhausting. I'm exhausted. I'm drained. I'm fatigued. I just want better for myself. I just want the universe to come in and fucking give me reinforcements by now. I just need resources and reinforcements and some goddamn sleep. You know what I mean? They just invade. They don't care. They don't care. I just knew about twin flames this year. Ever since then, I've not been the same. I disagree. It takes work to learn about someone and to connect with their heart. You don't just have that from nothing. True. I guess I could kind of see where you're at with that. But there also comes this point where you start to show somebody that, like, you really are an open book. You can open up to who you are. You can show who you are. And it's like you meet people who are inauthentic because they're only half in, half out. They're like 50% willing and 50% not. And it's like, okay, but like, I'm not your ex though. Okay, I'm laying it out all on the line here. Okay, I'm being authentic. Okay, you spy on me every single day and watch me be 100% authentic. You know exactly who the fuck I am. My name, my face, my life, my beliefs, my everything. And I don't get to know anything about you because you're wishy-washy. I'd rather be with somebody who is an open book already, loves with all of their heart, no matter who you are, and just assumes the best of that person until proven otherwise, I guess. You know what I mean? Guards your heart enough to know that, like, you know when you're being mistreated and when you're gonna receive breadcrumbs, or you are receiving breadcrumbs, and then you move on. Right? But I don't know. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't matter because the person that I'm going to be with, I don't have to worry about that anymore. I'm done. I'm manifesting a higher version of the person that I want. And I'll never accept breadcrumbs again, so it doesn't matter. Hello, women. How are you? Pat Benatar. Love is a battlefield. Why all the assholes and polarity? Mac, that's it. A man knows what his intentions are. I don't know means he's an idiot. Rayman, you know what's weird? You know what's weird? That is what he told me. I don't know. When I asked his intentions, I don't know. And at the end of, and when I finally said, you know what, it's okay. I think I do know. I think I'm going to move on. I know what I want, right? I've been putting some work in that guy. So then he said, yeah, I knew this wasn't going to work. You don't know what you want. I don't know what I want. Oh. At least I know my intentions. Anyway. Yay for honesty. It's a hard realization when your perceptions of people change. Yeah. Twin flames are awesome. I love the concept of twin flames. I love the idea that a person, right? And in the same way that a false twin flame is an energy, and it's a spirit, and it's an essence, and it's an entity, and it's like it can be channeled in everyone, is the same way that your real twin flame can be channeled in everyone. That's what I really believe. I believe this. I believe that Everyone can channel your twin flame at any given time. Like, say for instance, your twin flame and you have like a nickname for each other. Like, if you come to a psychic like me or a channeler, you know, that person could be like, oh, hi, bunny. And right there, that was your twin flame. You know what I mean? Like that, I do believe that that is how it works also with twins and false twin flames. It's a spirit. It's an entity, really. It's a consciousness, you know? But the thing I love most about twin flames is the theory that it is you in another soul, in another body. It's the same soul in another body. You share the same exact soul in a different body. I love that theory because, you know, Plato, he had that theory that you were so powerful that the universe split you up into two, and these two soulmates on steroids, go their entire life and multiple lifetimes trying to find one another and be in harmony and be in union forever, for eternity. And they have to work through so much pain and gunk and separation to be together. And it's so fucking painful. But I love the theory that you can't outgrow this person because they are you. You're the same frequency. You share the same subconscious. You have the same chakra system. It's the same. It's all the same. The soul is the same. The life purpose is the same. I love that theory. It's beautiful to me. Because as a girl who manifested many, many soulmates in her life, soulmates are not always in your life forever. Especially if you're a twin flame. Honey, you go through soulmates like you go through underwear. Okay? It's not always just like, oh, it's me and my soulmate for eternity and we're going to sail off into the sunset and make lots of babies. No, that's not always what it is in a twin flame union. For a twin flame, these are mostly karmic and they're to help you learn lessons so you can be in a twin flame union. And it's like looking at yourself in the mirror every single fucking day. 24 hours a day, bitch. Are you ready for that? Are you ready to look at you in another fucking body? Can't run away from yourself. You gotta look that shit right in the face. Look him right in the eye and be like, yeah, that's what I said. And then have him tell you to fuck off. Nah, I don't care what you said. I have sovereignty. I have domain. Can you do that? Because it's like the first time that I'll ever be with an alpha. Like an alpha male. And I know that that's really sad, but I'm an Aries woman. And so one of the things, my downfall was that I would always bring in betas. Always men that were just weaker than me. Spiritually, mentally, because I wanted to be powerful. I wanted to be more powerful than them because I was so afraid of being abused. I'd been abused by men so often that I wanted to be more powerful in dynamics. But that's not love. Okay? That's control. That's not even fun. That's not even worth being in a connection over. It's just stupid. And so I had to get over the abuse. I had to stop believing that I would be abused by every man I'm ever with. Then I had to get over this need to be powerful. And be all powerful and almighty in a relationship. Like, honey, be equal. Then I had to get over the fact that not every man is an abuser. There was a lot of healing I did. And so I know what I want and I know what I'm going to fucking get. I'm God. I get what I want. Yeah, Rayman, that's right. Send reinforcements, universe. Oh, not someone who says the right things. Follow someone's actions, not their words solely. Precisely. You can't share a soul. We all have our own. Okay. That's a great theory, Amber. Love it. People think they find a twin and stay with them. It's nothing like that. Exactly, right? What do you want now, then? I want me in another body. I want to love me so much and pour so much into myself and me alone. Nothing in the 3D, no one external of me. I'm not saying like to a point of ignoring that people exist and not giving if I feel like they're worthy of it, but give to me so drastically and so honestly that I fill my cup so much overflowing that it just naturally radiates to other people. I don't even have to really try. It just oozes out, right? And then I find myself in another body. Yeah, that's what I want. I want me in another body. I do. I want my twin flame union. I want to be so connected to God, source energy, that my life just screams God. It just screams God's with her. God led these two together. God figured this out for these two. That's what I want. And that's what I love about Sebastian, is he was about that. The first time I even met him, I was like, what are your goals? He's like, I just want to share the word of God with everybody. I just want everybody to know about God. I want everybody to love. I want to help, lead. I want to inspire. I want to heal people. I want to show people a way out of the system. I want to get them out of this matrix. I want to lead. He's just the most incredible man. And that was 4 months ago. That was before hell on earth for both of us. That was before utter fucking spiritual warfare came, because we met and all hell broke loose. That was more of his like innocent days. Then we went through hell. Now it's, I'm a ruthless motherfucker and people will know about me and I am a leader, and that's fucking it, because I say so. It's not a, oh, I want that. It's a nope, gotta do it kind of thing. So yeah, the word of God for him is not in a book. He does not believe that the word of God is the Bible. Just so nobody gets it twisted. Yeah, no, Sebastian is very much like me. He does not believe that the Bible is the unfailable word of God. It's all word of God and whatever. No. He believes the word of God is in your mind. And we all have the word of God in our mind and on our lips. And what's really great is I believe that we are God. So it kind of makes sense. It's like a match made in heaven. But yeah, I just never met anyone else at rock bottom who wanted to do as much good for the collective as that man wanted to do. When I met him, he had $19 to his name, and he rode a goddamn bicycle to work. Didn't own anything. Just like me. I was homeless, living in my car when I met him. Didn't own anything. I've never met anyone like that. And at rock bottom, all he wanted to do was save people from that life. He used to be homeless. He used to be on the streets. He used to be in a gang. It was pretty bad. Pretty bad. He even showed me like his old life. Like he'd show me former friends of his on Facebook and stuff, and like things that they had to do. And just, wow. I just never wanted that for him. I don't want that for him. I want God to take him and a whole bunch of hims off the street like that, you know? And I think what's good about Mercury retrograde right now is it's really showing me, like, take a second, pause, reevaluate what you want in life. Make your choices. Make better choices. What do you want? I want to help people like him. I want to help people like me. The ones that don't deserve to suffer anymore because they say they don't. They're ready. They're ready to lead. They're ready to heal. They're ready to go to God. They're ready to surrender to the divine. You know? They're ready to get their manifestations. These people are truly ready for good things. Those are the ones I want to help. I'm so sick and tired of giving my time and energy to the ones that are proud. They're just so proud and they're so fucking entitled, and they think that everybody owes them something while they've got a silver spoon in their mouth. Nah, bitch, you know who believes and who deserves? A guy like that. Pennies to his name. He doesn't own anything in this world. Nothing of substance. You know who else deserves my time, my energy, and my leadership? I'll tell you, the homeless kid that showed up here about a month ago, who I prayed over. He literally had nothing. The only thing he had in his backpack worth anything was some merchandise that he got from Staples and Home Depot. And he said, you know what? To pay you for your advice that you gave me about law of assumption, I want to give you these items so you can take them back to the store and get credit for it. You know, they'll give you the money back. A homeless guy, no money to his name at all. He wanted to buy a bus ticket to go to Virginia to be with his family, and instead he was going to, I didn't let him do this, but he was going to give me the only thing of importance that this man owned, Home Depot merchandise that he needed to take back. I was like, bro, this is crazy. Like, yeah. homeless. And because I was about to be at the shelter that day, and he literally showed up. He was like, did they get any mail for me here at the Airbnb that I'm staying at? I was literally packing up my shit to go to a homeless shelter. And I was like, man, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm freaking out, bro. I got to go to a homeless shelter. Are you homeless? He was like, yeah, I used to live here. I don't anymore. And I was like, yeah. Okay, well, my name's Jenna. And we stood outside and we prayed over each other. And he was like, don't go to a shelter. They're really bad around here. And you know, and I was like, well, where am I going to go? And we just prayed. And I went, and instead I just went to the Jack in the Box down the street, and I just got a soda, and I just stayed there like the whole day because it was air conditioned. And I just prayed. I just like fucking went with it. And I was like, God, I need a miracle. Like, I need something. And I got a call back from the Airbnb host, and they were like, you can stay 2 more nights with that amount. Because all I had was like barely enough. I didn't have enough to stay an entire week here. It's pretty expensive to stay at an Airbnb all the time. So I was like, all I had were just a couple bucks, enough to stay 2 nights. And they were like, you can stay 2 more nights. And so by the grace of God, I at least had a roof over my head. And I have 1 more night here, 1 more night, but God's got me. Like, I really have a lot of faith now. I have so much more faith than I ever did. And I just feel like my first love is God. I might have been really angry at God lately, but it's because of all these fucking breakups, man. I'm getting sick and tired of it. Poverty, homelessness, wondering, do I have to live in a shelter? You know, going 7 to 9 days without eating, wondering if I can even get clean drinking water because I have pennies in my bank account. Like, that pisses me off. And it makes me just even more have this like insatiable hunger and desire to just do something big for humanity, for people like me. It's not fair that the system fucking punishes you. The Matrix itself punishes you. But you created the Matrix. But your mind over the matter. Your mind over the Matrix. The Matrix is your bitch. You're supposed to be making it your bitch. It's not supposed to whip you. You're supposed to be whipping it into shape, telling it what to do. And that's not what it had been happening for me. So that's another thing. That's another reason I had to let all these guys go, because I'm like, listen, bro, I'm sick and tired of giving my energy to like 5 or 6 different people in my friend group, or in my whatever, my phone, or all these apps and all this. What? Even at the Airbnb, the guy that I hooked up with last year at the Airbnb, like he fucking used me, played me. I just had been learning my lesson after that. Like, fuck you. Selfish men. They want your energy, and that's it. Not all men. Most, well, a lot. But I'm done. This is it. There's so many doors closing because people are just too damn selfish. They don't deserve me. They really do not. They don't deserve my energy. They don't deserve the knowledge I have. They don't deserve the way I uplift them. They don't deserve my positivity that I speak over their life. They don't deserve that shit. They speak to themselves, and they speak death over their life. Right? The power of death or the power of life are all in your tongue. And most of them are just speaking negatively. And I'm like, I cannot have my top 5 people in my friend group be all homeless people. Sorry. I love you. I don't mind poor people. I love poor people. And I love rich people. I just cannot have my top 5 counsel, my mentors, all be homeless. Nope. Not going to be a thing anymore. Not couples that are breaking up every 2 seconds. Cheaters. I mean, and I'm not even trying to like judge. I'm not. Because Jesus didn't judge. I mean, he sat with prostitutes and tax collectors and lepers. But it's just like, I can't have those people be like the ones I go to for guidance and help and stuff. I can't. You are who you hang out with. I am with you. That is it. Thank you, Chef. That's exactly it. Good for you. Thank you so much. I can't Can't be stopped. I like that name. I like the way you spelled it too. That's kind of cool. Lionsgate, right? Yeah, 888. Ain't that cool? Girl, it's so fucking potent, this one. The 888 portal this year, my God. It's just, phew, it's just sending you right through, girl. You go to the other fucking side. Going to the other side. One of the biggest manifestations of my life happened today. One of those manifestations that happened and you're like, ain't no way. Ain't no way that shit came true. Like, I even still kind of am not 100% sure that I believe it's here to stay. So I'm still trying to say, like, nah, I already switched realities. I went into a reality where the problem that I had literally just does not exist. In the new reality, a new timeline, right? Because you're quantum jumping. In a new reality, that version of you doesn't even know that something like that happened. And that was the revelation I had today. It was so crazy. So you guys remember the Mandela effect, right? When everybody was just going ape shit, bat shit crazy about the Mandela effect, including myself. I actually started a group on a different app, not on YouTube, a different app, to help people who are going through the Mandela effect at the same time, because we were all freaking the fuck out. Everybody was like, what's happening? What's happening? Why is like the Bible changing, and why are all these companies changing their logos? And I swear this movie existed, and this one. And well, the revelation tonight was, yeah, it did happen, but only those conscious in Christ, only those who had Christ consciousness, Christ awareness, Christ recollection, right? You were able to recall that you were in a different timeline, and then you shifted to a new timeline where that shit was not the same. But when you got here to the new timeline, you acted a little weird, and people legit were like freaking out. Like, dude, you sound insane. Stop, really stop. I remember my husband, when I first saw the Mandela effect, like I cried. I was going through a midlife crisis, girl. I was going through a freaking dark night of the soul times 1,000. It was horrible. And he looked at me like, stop, Jenna, stop. Because we were so afraid, both of us were so afraid that I'd end up in a straitjacket. And because I was just losing my damn mind. I was starting to see the Mandela effect. I was starting to see that my reality had fucking changed right in front of my face. And I had no one to believe me. He thought I was insane. And tonight I was meditating and I got this revelation, this download that, yeah, you did. You shifted to a different reality. The whole collective did. And we just recall a different reality. You know, we remember how it used to be. And so here in this new one, we're literally in a new universe, and the new universe, these people are like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. And so they legit don't know. They really think it is how it is in this one. They really think it's how it is in this universe, because it is. And it always has been for them. So we really do look insane. We really do look batshit crazy when we start talking about the Bernstein Bears versus the Bernstein Bears, or whatever the fuck it is, or the Kit Kat bar thing. We look insane. So yeah, it is like that. It's like I literally transferred my consciousness to a different reality, a different parallel universe today that worked in my favor. It works in my benefit. And I saw that thing happen, and I was like, ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell it was that easy. I know it didn't happen. There's no way. And so you gotta stop. You gotta be like, no, it's a new reality. This new version of me, this version that I am stepping into, she never even knew about that. She never even knew that was a problem. That's how you heal illness too. The version of you that's healed, they never even knew about cancer. I don't know what that is. I never even had that in my body. Right? You're shifting to a dimension, you're shifting to a reality where that shit never even happened. But you gotta know though, that when you get there, your whole fucking past looks different. Your history looks different. Childhood looks different. People you're around look different. You know? So you got to realize what's happening. It's quantum mechanics. This is quantum leaping. Like this is real shit. And that's what I noticed today. I was like, oh my God, did I seriously manifest it? And it's not, the portal isn't even closed yet. The 8-8 Lionsgate portal, it's not even closed yet. And I already went through. I could go even further. Who knows? Who knows where I'm going to be next time? But yeah, I manifested something that I did not think it would happen. Oh, that's another thing I learned today too about manifesting is you really don't have to believe it at all. That just takes the weight off your shoulders completely. You don't have to believe in it at all. Now, Sammy Ingram, when she talks about it on YouTube, she's a manifestation coach on YouTube. She talks about like, yeah, when you affirm in your head, you say like, I am so rich. I am so rich. I have so much money. It's so nice to be a millionaire. You don't have to believe that shit when you say it. But the actual workings of the law of assumption, the actual workings of the universe, and that you really do not need to believe at all. Even the second before you get your manifestation, you don't have to believe. It's such a weight off your shoulders, I'm telling you. Just affirm and see it in your head if you can. If you guys are able to imagine like I am, I see things in my head. You never even have to believe. You don't even have to believe that it's like on the way. You don't have to believe that it already happened. Although it is better if you can try to believe that it already happened. But the believing part, it's not required. It was wild learning that. But yeah, anyway, so today it was the biggest conscious manifestation I've ever done. Well, besides get Sebastian back, but that was only for a couple days, so we'll see if it works long term this time. But the first conscious manifestation that I did that was like, oh hell no, there's no way that worked. Something that in the 3D world, everybody told me is impossible. This thing that everyone said was impossible. And this is a girl who's lost 175 pounds with nothing but her mind. No working out, no dieting. Started a business on my own until 2022. That shit got wrecked. I was going through a lot. I had to learn a lot about the universal laws in order to teach this stuff because I am a spiritual advisor. So this is what I teach. But I had to learn a lot in 2022 when my business went belly up. Before that, though, I was very independent. I was paying for everything on my own. I was living a luxurious lifestyle, all on my readings, just on tarot alone. And then I had to go through what I would call the post-2019 hiccup. It's like 2019 happened, right? But then there was like an after effect that happened in like 2022. For me anyway. It's like 2019 happened, but like that wasn't even really when it took place. For me, it was 2022 financially. So yeah, but before that I was doing really well on my own. Yeah, and then it was just 2022, 2023, and 2020. Utter shit balls, man. What a horrible 3 years for me. And especially this year from the fucking devil himself. And yeah, I had to like learn all these really cool laws. At rock bottom, like you have to learn why your life is at rock bottom. You got to learn that you're God and you're doing it with your thoughts, right? And I'm grateful for it. I get to teach so many people now. And when I saw that homeless guy that was here, that's when I realized I want to teach the real ones. I want to teach the ones that actually fucking deserve it. Like that guy, you know? A sweetheart who prays with me and hugs me and loves me and looks at me in the eyes and says, you're going to be okay. I know you're going to be all right. People like that, bro. People like that deserve what the fuck I learned at rock bottom. They deserve my energy. They deserve my spiritual protection. They deserve the way that God provides for me. And I know that they'll be provided for too. Like those people, the ones at rock bottom, the ones with pennies to their name, that's who deserves me. Really. I mean it. The ones that truly picked up their cross and followed Christ. And I'll tell you, they were fucking punished because of it. Left, right, and center. Every day, suffering the same way Christ did. My true brothers and sisters in Christ, those are the ones that truly I fuck with. And those are the ones that get what I have. They're about to get blessed by me. They're about to be blessed by the divine. And in my world, I'm going to bless them by manifesting for them. I'm going to see them having healthy babies and getting a new job promotion and getting that new Lambo that they want and all this cool shit. Bet. I'll see a homeless guy like that and I'll be like, okay, in my head I'll be like, wow, I freaking love that Michael just seriously got a bus ticket to Virginia and he's with his family and he just sent me a photo. I love that. That's what I'm going to do. because those are the ones that deserve it. Because up to this point, I really haven't found anybody that deserves it. I wasn't really thoroughly impressed. Not a lot of people gave up the world. In the world, not of it. But me and Sebastian, when I met Sebastian, that's when it all changed. That when I saw him with nothing and that much love for God in his heart, like the man literally performed an exorcism on me 4 months ago. Legit 100%, as God is my witness, performed an exorcism on me as a high priest. He's an 18-year-old guy who works at a fast food joint, and he literally fucking cast out demons out of me, bro. I'm telling you right now, there are some people who fucking deserve me and some who don't. Most who don't. Anyway, my whole life was changed because of him. And I'll just never get over it. I remember when we blessed holy water. He and I made holy water. It was actually kind of funny. His entire bedroom, there's one whole wall that's just a mirror. But as we were sleeping in bed together, the first couple nights, I didn't really think anything of it. And then one night he looks at my body. He's like, "What, did I do that to you?" No, I don't think so. I had bruises. I had a puncture wound. He had a puncture wound in his chest. I was like, what are these? And then I one day I looked at the mirror and I was like, oh, dude, mirrors are portals, man. I mean, there's a spiritual element behind the mirror, you know? And I was like, did you ever get this blessed? Like, is this room blessed? No. So I'm like, what the fuck, man? Okay, that's what it is. It's this mirror. Because one day I was high as fuck. I was high as a kite. And I kept saying, the mirror, the mirror, the mirror, while I was like out of my mind, girl. I was tripping. And here in Arizona, weed is legal recreationally. So I was smoking. And I was just like gone. And I was like, the mirror, the mirror, the mirror. So I was able to spiritually sense that it was the mirror that was hurting us. Things were coming through and hurting us while we were sleeping. So he and I made some water. I said, okay, I'm going to make some holy water and I'm going to use my sage and we're going to clear this room. And I was like, I need you to go get a clear glass of water and we're going to bless it. Okay. And so he went and got some water and he came back and it's a fucking orange cup, plastic cup. I'm like, whatever, it'll work. Okay, fine. So we prayed over it. We blessed the water. And then after we blessed the water, he put his hands in and he started like blessing the water, just intuitively, just knew how to cleanse the room, right? And so then I put my hand in and I put hearts on every corner of the mirror. And I took my sage stick, my sage bundle, and he didn't want me to light it. He did not like the idea of sage. He was not yet ready for that. He thought it was a little too witchy for him. So he did not want me smoking the sage. But I said, all right, whatever, I won't, but I'm still going to do this. So I did like the action of smoking the sage and I just cleansed the room. And it was so fucking potent that man still does not sleep in that bedroom anymore. It was so cleansed that, and there's so much good energy that comes from the mirror. He literally does not even have his bed in that room anymore. He moved his bed out to the living room because he can't even sleep in there anymore because it's so high vibed. Like when we were, 4 months ago, the dude hasn't even slept in there since, I don't think, the whole time. He's had his bed out elsewhere. And I went over about a month ago, I guess, 3 or 4 weeks ago is when I was back at his house. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, this is a game room now. It's just, that's how it has to be. Okay. What? Yeah. And then also though, I looked and the one thing that he had that was so fucking cool and proved to me who he was before I knew who he was. He's a warlock. 100%. This man is a warlock. But anyway, high priest. He was one day like, come here, I want to show you something. And he opened the blinds and he's like, you see that right there? And it was this rock formation, maybe about rocks this size, like mini just stones, you know, and they were all formed up into a triangle on his property right outside his house. And he's like, "You see that?" Yeah. Yeah, well, that's how I protect the house. That's a symbol of protection. What? Really? He's like, yeah, yeah, you got to use nature. You got to use earth stuff. You got to use stuff that's natural. You cannot have it tainted by man. It can't be made by mankind. It can't have any plastics or anything like that. It has to come right from the ground, and you use it to as a symbol for protection. I was like, who the fuck are you, dude? You work at Jack in the Box. Did I find my fucking magician? Like, I remember being so stoked. I was like, who are you? I love you, man. So, yeah, anyway, he had this like rock formation outside of his house, right? Girl, I went back there a month ago and I just, right now, I want to cry. It was knocked down. It made me sad. I was like, what happened? Oh, I knocked it down. I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't believe in that stuff. Mm-hmm. Made me sad. When we broke up, we were broken up for like 3 months or so. He got in a car accident. He had emergency surgery. He had a DUI. Lost his job. So much dark shit happened. And I was like, bro, it's because you lost magic. Like, you stopped believing. He's like, it was just a cry for help. I didn't want anything. All I wanted was you, and I couldn't have you. And it was just, it's like finding out that the thing you love most about somebody they don't do anymore. There's just like no joy in him. The magic that I loved about him, he just. Same with rap. He used to rap me songs. He would rap in the shower, just super loud so that I could hear. And they were always songs about me. He'd rap songs about me in the shower. Yeah, it was really cute. He would like rap songs about my girl. She's this, she's that. And I just loved it. And then I get there a month ago and I'm like, so rap for me. And he's like, no, I don't rap anymore. Man, it's broke my heart. I don't want him like that. I don't want him that sad without magic. He believed, he used to. He used to believe in it all, you know? And then the world got to him because we broke up and we didn't want to, and neither one of us wanted to. And I was forced to leave because I'm too powerful for somebody who doesn't believe in magic anymore. It broke my heart. The man who literally was so spiritual that he saved me. I'm not giving up on him. I'm not. No. He hated life and he just gave up while we were together. But then when I got back there, all the magic was gone. Goodness was gone. He was accusing me of being a witch. because I didn't let magic die. I still believed in magic. I even remember making us dinner one night, and it was the first time I'd cooked in months. I've been in an Airbnb. It's like I don't have my own spices and cutlery, and I don't have anything to cook, so I haven't cooked in months and months and months. I've been homeless. So I was like, can I cook, please? Please, can I? And he was apprehensive because, like, that's his thing. He's such a chef. He loves to cook. And so he was like, oh, God, you're going to be in my kitchen, like, messing stuff up. But, okay, all right, fine, whatever. But, like, let me just watch. So I said, I'm going to add magic to this. And I showed him what I really, truly believe magic is. And I used garlic for certain things, medicinal purposes. Garlic removes parasites naturally. Onions to clear the blood, clear the digestive system, stuff like that. You know what I mean? But like this is just that's just medicinal benefits of any food that you eat, really. And I just said this is all it is. This is me being a witch. I made the soup, you know, just like a normal human being. I broth, rice. I made it. I made the soup, and then added some herbs and stuff, and then I made it up, and I was like, okay, try some. And he tried it, and he was like, yeah, no, I can't eat that. He didn't eat any of it. He said it was just too much. Man, he didn't trust me anymore. It was like remembering heaven but being in hell. He just gave up. He didn't believe in it anymore. He didn't believe in me anymore. And we were only together for like 2.5 days or something. It wasn't even anything crazy. It was just basically a hookup, and that was it. Just to remind us what it used to be, and then that was it. And so for the last month, I've been dying inside, really, because I just want him back, and that's it. But then the last day I was there, he accused me of being a witch, and I love being me. I love witches. I love witches. My clients are witches. Like, I love that. I love healing. I think Jesus was a witch. Like, there's nothing wrong with witches. But started accusing me of mind controlling him and making him fall in love with me and stuff. And it was just like watching Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde have a bipolar episode. And I couldn't be there. I had to leave. My ancestors weren't about to allow it. My spirit guides, they were not about to allow it. I wasn't about to allow it. I had to leave. The man that believed in love and believed in magic and believed in the magic of love. And here he was, just... It was such a slap in the face. The one you love more than life itself. And disowning you. Looking at what you are and then just saying, no, I don't accept it. But I never... A lot of men like him on the planet lost magic. When they lost love. But because they're men, they're not allowed to be sad that they lost love. They just have to pick themselves up and just fucking carry on. Oh well, that's life, move the fuck on. But then they do stupid shit as a cry for help, as their life just absolutely goes to just frickin' shambles. Until one day, hopefully, it's bad enough. The karma's bad enough, and they get desperate enough. They start saying, all right, fine, fine. Is there magic? All right, I don't know. But I can't live like this anymore. I don't know. I guess that's what I'm hoping for at this point. I guess I'm hoping for Sebastian's rock bottom so he can finally see who the fuck he is. And he can remember who the fuck he is. I remember who he is. But I'm not going to be the only one remembering who he is. And a lot of women that come to me too, you know, it's like these women, girls, you want to remember who he is so bad, but is he remembering who he is? And I think one thing I learned in this month away was like really how to pull my energy back to myself. And I really have been putting my money where my mouth is. Like, I will not stand for it. I will not be with a man who doesn't appreciate everything I am. So I put my money where my mouth is, and I paid for this Airbnb for several weeks in the meantime. Although I wanted to be with him and we both wanted to live together, I just know I deserve better. I don't deserve a Mr. Jekyll, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of bipolar energy telling me every other sentence, like, I don't trust you, you're a witch. And then in the next sentence, okay, I kind of understand it. And I understand what you're about and I dig it and I love it. And then the next, that whole wishy-washy thing though was me. My mind. I didn't yet affirm for him to be understanding and love who I am. Once he started telling me he no longer believed in magic, I started reaffirming in my head he doesn't believe in my magic. And he doesn't trust me. So we had to break up. So if anything, I think that in this time away, I really started to learn that the law of assumption and manifesting somebody back from the past, like, it is so much easier when you're not 2 feet in front of their face. You know? It's just easier to lie to yourself and convince yourself that they are that better version already. You know? Like when you're literally with somebody 24/7, it's really hard to be like, he is so perfect. He is amazing. He takes out the trash all the time. And he puts down the toilet seat. I love it. I love it. He's so great. It's not that easy. So I'm actually really grateful that I was able to have this time away. But like, you just watching the man that saved your life with prayer and spiritual rituals tell you that he doesn't believe in magic. And literally break up with you because he doesn't believe in magic. It's hell. It's hell. It feels like hell on earth. It feels like that's my man. I love him. I see him, but that's not him. What do you do then? What do you do? There's a physical body. It looks like him, sounds like him, but doesn't sound like him. And most of us, we don't know. It's like you wake up one day and it's just like new consciousness. Who this? I don't know. New person. Who this? You don't fucking know who you're sleeping next to. And I know all too well what that's like. I mean, that's why I divorced in 2019, because like, not only was he a Gemini, but honey, he was a Gemini with multiple twins. One day you wake up, you're like, who the fuck are you? And I couldn't handle that anymore. And I don't want to be like with anybody like that. I want consistency. I want to know who the fuck I'm with, you know? But yeah, 4 months ago, Sebastian saved my life. Saved my soul. I know who he is, and he knows who I am, and we know what we stand for. We know that we both work for God. But then seeing him, when we got back together, just seeing him like, I don't believe in it, Jenna. Nope. Nope. None of that makes sense to me. I don't care anymore. He stopped believing in God. He stopped believing in goodness. He stopped believing in magic. He stopped believing in protection. He stopped believing in the divine. He stopped believing that. And can you blame the guy? He went through hell on earth. And what was there to stop it? Nothing, I guess, because he didn't have fucking faith in it. Nothing was going to stop it. It's karma. What I really truly believe it is he was so attached to his mother, who was going through some intense, dark stuff, like karma for her, and he's attached to her. So I think that's what it is. But yeah, like I don't blame him. You know, I had an ex, I drove here for 2,100 miles. I drove out west to be with this guy one time. And I remember when I first started dating him, he was like, I don't believe in Archangel Michael anymore. Now I'm pissed at that guy. I'm pissed at Archangel Michael. You never fucking convinced me otherwise. And it's because his wife passed away when he was begging and pleading for the angels to do something. He is a light worker. He knows a lot about it as a spiritualist. That man is one of the most powerful light workers I've ever met in my entire fucking life. Even still now, that ex that I drove here for is the most powerful shaman I've ever met in my life. And he was like, even I couldn't save her. So Archangel Michael can rot the fucking hell. And so that was at the beginning when we were dating. And then when, like, couple days before we met in person, I was like, I was in trouble with something. I was on the way to see him, and something was going wrong with my car, and something was there was like a lot of weird energies that were stalking me and following me in the rest area. If I'm not mistaken, that's when he said this to me. He called me one day and he said, "I told Archangel Michael to start protecting you again. I prayed for you. I want him to start working for you." There's just certain things you never forget. And that's one of them. And I was like, so does that mean you're going to start working with him again? And he implied, well, we'll see if you're taken care of, I suppose. If you're safe, then yeah. Otherwise, But it was just like, can you blame any of these men who at one time were very spiritual and believed all this shit? Angels could have saved her in the snap of a finger. God could have stepped in at any point when Sebastian was going through hell on earth and all those that train wreck of a situation that he's been dealing with while we were broken up. He had to realize, though, he was doing it himself. And sometimes when people want pain like that, they want to punish themselves like that. They want to punish God like that. They want to punish the system like that. They're so mad. And they feel so powerless. You can't really stop them. Who's going to stop him? The divine can't step in. They have to abide by free will. He said it himself. I stopped believing in magic. I don't care. What the fuck is a magical being going to do then, bruh? You're not giving anybody or anything permission to step in and help you. Like, you got to figure it the fuck out yourself. So yeah, he just told me he stopped believing in magic, and the fact that I still believed meant he didn't trust me. And we've been broken up a whole month. I think about, if I'm not mistaken, time's an illusion. I can't remember. When did we have that big blow up, guys? It was publicized. I don't know. It was a while ago. But feels like an eternity. But yeah, there's this guy and he looks like him, acts like him, a warm body next to you. But man, they're gone. They're not them. What are you going to do? Well, the magical witch bitch in me says you summon that motherfucker right back. You summon them, honey. You know how you do that? You affirm for them. You manifest that bastard back. That's what you do. You get your bastard back. That's what you do, honey. You start saying things like, I love how witchy he is. He's a witch. I love that we make magic soup together. I love that he makes moon water with me. Yep. Oh, that's my favorite. I love that he prays over us. I love that we bless the house. I love that he just put salt around the windows and around the whole house. I love it. I love that he asks the bunnies to protect us outside. And that's what you do, bitch. That's what you do. You want your magic man back? That's what you do. So that's what I'm doing. I'm envisioning more and more instances where my beautiful Sebastian is the one that I'm with, not some fucking impersonator, some fake. Nah, I want Sebastian. Thank you. No, I want the Sebastian. Yeah, that one. My Sebastian. Yeah, sometimes I would look him in the eye and I'll just like take his face. I'll go like this and be like, Sebastian, my Sebastian, please. Mine, Sebastian, my Sebastian. It's sometimes like that, guys. That's kind of what you have to do. That's what affirming is. That's what manifestation is. It's like you're shifting your consciousness to a version of reality where they are that way already. You're not taking away anybody's free will because you're not doing anything to the physical version of them right now. You're not doing anything to them. You're shifting your consciousness to a different version of reality where they are like you want them. So what's really been helping me is being distant from him. We're like 30 minutes away and apart, and it's helped a lot, actually. And I'm just imagining scenarios in my head where we just like make moon water and buy crystals and sage the whole house and do cool, fun, witchy shit. Yeah. And I love it. And I love it. And I love him. And I'm not giving up on him. But yeah, I know all too well, ladies, what it's like to like wake up next to a guy and you're like, Jenna, it's him, but it's not him. Like, that's not him. I mean, you know, he lost the magic. He lost this mojo. He lost happiness. He lost belief in something, because this world chews them up and spits them out, ladies, you know? And you're God of your reality. So it's time for you to reclaim it. It's time for you to get it back. And it's time for me to get it back. Like, I really want Sebastian. I just know what he was to me. And I'll never forget what he did at rock bottom. A kid with $19 to his name. And I know how he saved me. He never looked at my bank account. He never wanted anything from me. He didn't take a dime. He didn't want anything. I lived in my fucking car. He never judged me. Fed me. Gave me money to do my laundry when I was at his house. And I was so high, I was baked. I was smoking. And I went to go to the laundry facilities at his apartment. And I went into the dryer. I put the money in the dryer, right? And I put all my clothes in the dryer. And 30 minutes later, I go out again, baked, still high. And I'm like, what the fuck? These clothes are so wet. What? What happened to my money? And so I went back and I was like, you lied to me. You said my clothes would be dry. I think they're wetter than when I put them in there. And he's like, what? So he went out and checked, and I put the money in the wrong machine. Oh, that was fun. Our first date was a laundromat. It was very fun. Very fun. There's just some things you just don't want to let go of, and it's him. I don't. I just want Magic Man back. I remember telling him when I was high, I remember I saw, when he was performing an exorcism on me, I saw 8 to 10 monks, Spanish monks in spirit. I saw old school monks, like in those robes kind of shit, surrounding the bed, my body, surrounding him as he was praying over my body in Spanish, which actually was Latin. I remember I was out of my body and I heard him speaking Latin. And so I like, when I came to and I gained consciousness after that, I told him it was Latin. He was like, really? It was like, dude, you were saying some old school shit. Okay. Old school. Like dead language. Isn't Latin dead? Like I don't know. I don't know. I all I know is it was Latin. Anyway, yeah, so these monks and him were praying over my body, and he performed an exorcism on me. And I remember I said, dude, like the next day I was like, are you a fucking high priest for real? You're my high priest? You work at a Jack in the Box? And he goes, you're my high priestess? You live in your car. Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair. What? Yeah. Yeah, I can't get over it, man. So there was so much magic that happened between us, and I can't let it go. And so a month ago when I went back over there, magic was dead. I'm not having it. I died inside. I died. I refuse. Mm-mm. It's too good of a soul. I don't want him that sad. I don't want him that depressed. I don't want him that unhappy. I remember what he used to be like. And a lot of the women that I coach, like, you remember what he used to be like. And you're like, what happened? Honey, the world happened. You descended. You went into a darker plane of existence. You, as a light worker, you as a healer, you as a soul, went into a darker reality. You can get them back. It's possible. But it's going to take you doing it. It's not them. It's not up to them. You're the operant power. You're the creator of your own reality. You're the one that creates this shit. You select it. It's already created. You select it. Right? With your consciousness, with your thoughts, with your speech. You do it. You do it by focusing. Which one are you focusing on? You focusing on the one that cooks and adds magic to the pan and goes fucking crystal shopping with you and throws tarot cards with you, bitch? Is that the one you're manifesting? Or are you manifesting the one that's like, fuck magic, I don't care, I don't want God, I hate this, I hate that, I hate all things, I don't care, I don't want to get out of bed anymore? It's up to you. It's up to us. She's high or has some mental illness, perhaps. You honor his memory by keeping the love alive. Don't die inside. Share your love and life to honor this. Honor his. Thank you so much for being here. That is really sweet. Mm-hmm. You're very sweet, honey. Yeah, so most of my clients that come to me, they're like, I can't understand what happened. I manifested my soulmate. And we had like this amazing time. It was so passionate. It was like, wow, over the top magical. And like, I couldn't even believe how it happened. And it was so serendipitous, right? And then boom, next thing you know, freaking dark magic gets set your way. And this dude is totally different than they used to be. You got to change it. It's you. You are supposed to change it. Oh, I just muted like half of you fuckers. Go fuck yourselves. Every last one of you. Rot. Thank you. So yeah, I just remember feeling like, man, this guy's got too good of a heart. He's too pure. He's passionate. He loves God. Like, he loves love. He loves the collective. He doesn't deserve to suffer. I don't want to see him suffering. So I'm going into my head and I'm seeing all of these happier memories. I'm seeing all of these happier things that I know we can do. And your subconscious doesn't really know the difference between a good positive thought that is happening right now and a good positive thought that like already happened in the past. So if you think about it, your subconscious can't tell if something's real or fake. It's kind of like you're lying to yourself. You're gaslighting yourself into believing that something better is happening. So you're lying. You're lying, kind of. It is a reality somewhere, but you're lying to yourself in that it's happening. So that's what I do. I lie to myself. People call me schizophrenic all the time. They say because I believe in my imagination and I live there that I'm schizophrenic. Okay. I'm schizophrenic. Aww. Muting truth, don't change anything. How about I mute you again? Toodles, it changes a lot of things. Like what I have to read and what other people have to read. I don't want to read it. Take care. Toodles, deuces. So yeah, it's basically you just lying to yourself and manifesting a better version of reality that you want for yourself. Because your subconscious doesn't really know the difference. It's like, I can't tell if it actually happened. Like, if I were to ask you right now to cut open a lemon and to put it in your mouth right now and taste it, taste a lemon right now. Like, does your cheeks kind of get watery and does your mouth water a little bit? It's like your subconscious doesn't really know it's not happening, you know? So I've just been like lying to myself and saying things like, he's so happy and he's rich and he's got a job that he loves and his family's doing really well and he's so healthy and we're happy together, and I'm just doing that, and that's gonna keep continually happening until I get what I want. Period. Facts. And I'll always get what I want because I'm God. I'm God of my reality. You're God of your reality, so you'll get what you want too. And then what you're also gonna see going forward too is that if you don't need to believe, which I just learned recently, you don't actually have to believe your manifestation. You just have to keep visualizing it or affirming for it. You don't have to actually believe that it's even happening. You've manifested a lot of shit that you didn't even believe happened. Or like you would believe would happen. Like a lot of things. Maybe you studied really hard for a test and you still failed. You didn't believe you'd fail, but you did anyway. You know what I mean? There are things that happened you didn't believe would happen and it still happened. So the people that say, like, I'm schizophrenic for living in my imagination, I'm like, yeah, well, you live in your imagination too. I just use it for my benefit. Like, you're just as delusional as I am, bro. I delusionally live in a world where I get my soulmate, and you delusionally live in a world where a test that you're going to take a week from now, you already think you're going to fail. Congratulations, you're right, and you're manifesting. How cool is that? You're not even there yet. It's in the future, and you're so fucking delusional that you're failing a test before you even take it. You're delusional. So we're both delusional. Except I get the shit I want. You don't. Because your heart's filled with venom. Fuck off. Royally. All the hater trolls. Bro, I don't have anything to say to you. Go fuck yourself. I don't care. I don't care. You're not listening to a damn thing. Go somewhere with your shit thoughts and your shit reality. Go build something somewhere else. Don't show up here. If you want to, you can. I'm just going to mute your ass. It's fine. All through the eyes of perception. Exactly. The subconscious doesn't really know if it's a lie or if it's happening right now. So I've just been using it to my benefit. I've been saying things like, he's so happy. He's so strong. He's so rich. He got a job that he loves and he's not stressed anymore. He's not worried. You know, and that's what we have to do, because so many of us, we meet the one, you know, and we're all so happy to have them, but then they turn on a dime. And you're like, what happened? You happened, honey. Your thoughts happened. You thought they could start changing, and they did. You thought they could cheat, and they did. You thought they could ghost you, and they did. You thought they could pull away, and they did. You thought it in your head. And so, well, the universe loves you so much, and you're God, so everything you want, you get. So yeah, I just right now what I'm doing is I'm just reversing what happened. I'm just changing, you know. Aw, Chrisette, thank you so much. I love you too. Sending you a lot of love. But yeah, one thing that I couldn't stand anymore was knowing that he once believed in magic and then he stopped. My heart broke. My heart shattered. Like the witch in me, I died, bro. I died when I saw that he is the one that knocked over the statue. I thought that his mom did it. Those rocks that he built, you know, I don't know what it's not a shrine. I don't know what it's called, but you know, it's like one of those protective things in his yard. It just symbolizes protection around the house. Well, he knocked it down. I died inside. When he told me that, I died. I died. Like a part of me just, I'm not even kidding. My heart, it was just like, it killed me. I was secretly hoping his mom did it, but he said, no, I did it. I don't believe in that shit anymore. And I never really told anybody or talked about it. I never told anybody this story. I'm actually just saying it right now for the first time. I'm hearing myself say it. Wow. I'm actually devastated. The man who saved my life with magic doesn't believe in magic anymore. Yeah, accused me of witchcraft and then kicked me out. Went all militant and Nazi-like, and I was like, nope, I don't think so. They're gonna fucking try to control me like this. I'm done. I'm out. And we had this big spat, a big breakup like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and then not talked to him since. And I'm not giving up. He's the one I want. He's the one I love. A totem. That's what it is. Thank you. I couldn't. Yeah, no, a totem. I couldn't figure out what it was. A totem. Yeah. Yeah. And I remember he said, like, when I had this bundle of sage, he was like, that's cursed, you know. I was like, no, it's not. He's like, no, it is. I don't want you to burn it in here. As we were doing the cleansing, as we were doing the ritual on his bedroom, he's like, don't burn it. It's cursed. I was like, whatever. So he's like, I'll prove it. So he took the sage, and I remember we were just sitting there, both of us, with our heads down, just like this, and we both prayed to God. We said, God, is it cursed? Yes. We both heard yes the same time in our head. And I looked up and I go, yes, it is. And he's like, you heard it? I said, yes, it is. It is cursed. And he said, it's cursed because somebody else made it. They wrapped it with their own intentions. They wrapped it with string that wasn't blessed. It's okay. We can, and I said, well, we can bless it now. So we blessed my sage stick. And I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that instance. It was so magical. We both heard spirit say at the same time, yes. It was crazy to be so in tune with someone, to hear the same thought at the same time by the same divine source. You can't unsee it, you know? I know a lot of people want to give up and just let bygones be bygones and just settle in relationships. I can't. I cannot settle. I married for money once. I'm marrying for love next time. It's going to be a spiritual union, and that's it. I can't settle. I can't. And I know it comes with a lot of jealousy. A lot of women don't like the fact that I don't settle, and I'm not ever going to. I don't care the consequences. I don't care if I'm homeless for the next 80 million fucking lifetimes. I don't care if I live under a goddamn bridge. I am not about to settle in a partnership again where I'm ever abused, where I'm ever emotionally taken advantage of, spiritually manipulated. Nah, I'm done. I'm done. I'm waiting for the real deal, and that's it. And I know a lot of people don't like it, but that's because a lot of fucking people suffer and they settle in relationships. And I refuse because I love myself. I love what I'm about. I love who I am. I know I deserve better. I know I deserve the best. And I'm going to fucking manifest the best. And it is certainly not Mr. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, Sebastian wannabe. I'll tell you that much. It's not that guy. A month ago, my ass freaking telling me I'm a witch and I'm putting mine to goodbye. Nah, I want my fucking warlock back. One of the coolest memories I have with him is like, he speaks Spanish. That's his first language. His second language is English. He's like the whitest white kid you'll ever meet in your life. But his first language is Spanish. Because he used to live in Mexico with his dad. And so he's like the whitest white kid with red hair. But he speaks fluent Spanish and is so fucking sexy. And I remember one day I was like, I know who saved me. El Cristo. You know, how did I say it? I said El Cristos. El Cristos. And he's like, no, it's El Cristo. El Cristo. And I was like, yeah, I know who it was. I know who you are. El Cristo. And I'll never forget. This was just a month ago when I was there, and I was like, I know who we are. And he's like, we're angels. Dude, there's so much magic behind it. I know. He can start believing again. The world just freaking shit on all of these men, these beautiful, gorgeous, divine masculines, these emperors, these high priests, you know? They don't have much to believe in if they don't have love. And I don't have much to believe in if we don't have love, you know? It's like anything that could go wrong did. And he just stopped believing, but I'm not going to let him. My magic is strong. I believe. I have the faith of 1,000 people. I have the faith of 1,000 warriors, okay? I'm not going to stop believing that I can get the version of him that I want. Jesus Christ will protect you. El Cristo will protect me 100%. Cheer up and smile again. There is Jesus Christ behind us. Yes. Do you support LGBTQ? Absolutely, I do. Thank you for being here. I also support JESUS. El Cristo. Love it. Yeah, so these spiritual men, man, they know the true word of God, the living word of God. The word became flesh, meaning the word is not a book. The word became flesh. God became flesh. We are God, encapsulated in a physical body. We have to start believing that. We have to take back our magic. We have to claim it. El Cristo. You are El Cristo. You are the Christ. You are him. You are an earth angel. You are the one. You are the one, Neo. You're the one that's supposed to save us from this shit. You're supposed to save those in your reality, and I'll save the one in my reality. Me. I save me, you save you. It's kind of how it's supposed to be. It's not a politician. It's not some fucking corrupt government agency that's going to save your ass. It's not a pastor at a pulpit that's going to save you. No, you save you. You welcome love, or you don't. You welcome miracles, or you don't. You welcome healing, or you don't. It's you at the end of the day. You welcome the everlasting and eternal and beautiful, never-ending source of love that can permeate your heart at any given time, or you don't. It is up to you. You are it. Stop looking to a politician, some guy you think's gonna save you. Bro, come on. Come the fuck on. Oh, this guy's gonna save our planet. He's gonna save the fuck ever. If that doesn't sound like the fucking Antichrist, I don't know what does. The irony of ironies is most Christians would be telling me I'm the fucking Antichrist while they're out going worship a fucking politician. But he's gonna save us though. But he's gonna save us all. Oh my god. Whatever. Have fun with that. On voting day, when your vote doesn't matter. Whatever, bro. Anyway, these men, they're too good, and they believe in magic, and I know they do. I'm gonna get my magic man back. I'm getting him back, babe. If it's the last thing I do. And it might be. Shit, I don't know. I'd die for this cause, though. I would die 100 million deaths for this cause. I'm not entirely sure I didn't die as a witch in a past life. Probably did. With my loud ass talking as boldly about witchcraft as I am, honey, there's probably a good damn chance I was burned at the stake in a past life. I don't care. I'd do it again and again and again. A million times. Facts. Oh, thank you so much. What a sweetheart. Buy some cool drinks and food. Thank you so much, honey. Oh my God, what I wouldn't give for a cold Coca-Cola right now. I swear to everything. What is it out here? 100? 100 degrees? What is it? It's something that's hot. 93 degrees out here. Thank you so much, honey. Thank you for the donation. May it bless you a million times fold. I love you so much. That's free will. Yeah, you have free will in your reality. No one has free will in your reality but you. Come on, I'm an oasis. Don't give for something back. Don't give for the wrong reasons, man. Give for the right reasons, okay? I know the true oasis. El Cristo. I know the real oasis, honey. I know the one that provided for you so you could provide for me just now. I know that one. Do you know that one? I know the one that provided for me through providing for you. There's nothing else on this planet that I really care about except Christ. I would die a million deaths for Christ, of Cristo, for talking about this truth, for being free and sovereign and able to do so. Freedom isn't free, honey. Spiritual freedoms aren't free, even in America anymore. That shit ain't free. I think people think it is. Oh, we've got that Constitution, do we? Do we? It's a piece of paper, and it's guarded by what? Nothing. Bro, come on. Freedom isn't free. You fight for this shit. You fight for freedom. You fight for spiritual freedoms. You fight for religious liberties. It's what you do. You have to fight. You want it? You fight for it. I'd give to you for no other reason at all other than I think your awesomeness. Really, Ninja. I'll fight for you. Really? 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 People like me? I'm just so used to getting called like a demon and stuff. It's fun. I mean, that's not fun all the time, but sometimes I get a kick out of it sometimes, but sometimes you just want to be loved. You know? I just want to be liked sometimes. It gets tough. You know? Talking like this every single day, feeling like you're 20 years ahead of your time. You know? Some people get you. Most don't. But I don't really want to live for anything else, to be honest. There's nothing else to live for. If not God, then what? If not love, then what? What? What's the point? Every day, slaving away a 9 to 5 that you hate, coming home drinking a 6-pack just to endure your family's bullshit again. It's like, what? What? There's no love. If there's no love, there's nothing. It's worth it to me. It's worth getting called a schizophrenic to tell people about living in your imagination. It's worth it to me to get called a demon worshiper when I talk about out-of-body experiences that I've had and shit. It's like, it's worth it to me for death threats and dox threats when I talk about things like Jesus or Satanism or Luciferianism or whatever, just whatever. It's worth homelessness to not be abused by a man ever again. It's worth living under a bridge in a shelter. I would do anything. I would do anything for myself to have freedom. I would. And then at rock bottom, when I have nothing and most people would laugh at me for the amount of money I have in my bank and the fact that, you know, I don't have much. I don't even have a home. I would still love me. When people make fun of my body and they say, you're too ugly, nobody could ever love you. I love me. That's all that matters. $8 billion people on the planet might not like me, but I love me. A whole bunch of people might not understand my intentions, but my intentions are good. I claim that they're good. I claim that my intentions are pure, pure-hearted. I want people to remember their magic. I want people to remember their divinity. To realize that they don't have to suffer anymore. They don't have to. I want to ease suffering. That's all I've ever wanted. I just want to take pain away from people. I want to help people learn how to take pain away from themselves. That's what I want. And I want a really strong partner who will help me do that. Who believes in magic right along with me. That's what I'm going to get. That's what I deserve. I might get called crazy. I get called a lot of things. That's okay. That's okay. As long as I know who I am, right? You live for the day. That is your present. Exactly. That's my present. I can't thank you enough for that donation. It's actually staying a very long time on the screen, which means it's a pretty big donation, I think. That must be a pretty big donation. But it's in some other currency, so I don't know what it is. But it's pretty big, I think. Is that a pretty big donation? It's still on the screen, which I think means it's big. I think. Jesus is the only way. Which Jesus? Your Jesus or my Jesus, Kimberly? I'm pretty sure you and I don't worship the same Jesus. Pretty positive. Because my Jesus wouldn't need me to go around in comment sections typing shit like that. I would live my life for Christ so much that I don't really need to like force it down somebody's throat. Oh, my Jesus is the Jesus way. My Jesus is the only way. Okay, cool. Bye. Like, I don't think you get it. I don't think you get that when you're going to preach the gospel, you're supposed to be preaching good news. I didn't see anything good in anything you wrote, Jimberly, whatever your name is. Like, people that the first thing they start out with is, well, Jesus is the only way, and because you don't know my Jesus, you're going to hell. I'm not saying you did that, but man, if just people understood more often that the way you come across is like pretentious. You know, you're not winning anybody over with an attitude like that. That's like being miserable 90% of the day, and then 10% of the day you're kind of happy. And because you think you found happiness 10% of the day, you go and you tell everybody to go find Jesus. Well, honey, Jesus isn't really hiding from anybody. The second someone wants Jesus, they'll go find him, sweet cheeks. Better yet, Jesus will come find them when they're ready. Eh? How's that? Put that in your book and read it. Yeah? Jesus is the only way. No one's doubting that, Jimberly, but you didn't clean out your earballs. You gotta clean it out, babe. You gotta clean it out when you're listening to me. No one doubted that shit on my channel. If you would have listened with ears to hear, you would have been hearing the truth. You didn't want to hear it. You want to come in and talk about Jesus to a Christ believer, a girl who's already saved in Jesus. Make it make sense. It doesn't. I'll wait. How long do I have to wait? Probably as long as you're waiting for the second coming. Am I right? Honey, Jesus already came back. Girl, he's already established his kingdom. It's already here in the present moment. He was trying to tell you the kingdom is already within you. The kingdom of heaven is already here. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for, Jimberly? You wait until you're 95 years old on your deathbed and like waiting to go to what are you waiting for? Why don't you go preach the gospel now, honey? Oh, thank you, Ninja. That's sweet. Wow, that was very generous. Thank you. Thank you so much to that guy. What a sweetheart. I love you, and I hope that you get blessed so much. Man, if more Christians were actually Christ followers, I think people would be flocking to the church. I'm not kidding. I think people would run in droves. They'd just be like, hey, wait, can I get in? Can I get in? Nah, they're leaving instead. Why don't we think about this logically? Why are people leaving congregations at church and finding people like me in the New Age movement and flocking to us instead? Like, why don't we figure this out? Why don't we think about it? Get back to me, Jimberly. Think about it a little bit and get back to me, all right? It makes me so mad when people, the first thing they say is not like, hey, how you doing? I hope you're having a good day. Love your content or hate your content. Doesn't even matter what you say. The first thing you say is Jesus is the only way. No one's disputing that, my love. El Cristo. I've said it like 75 times. El Cristo is the only way. And I've been talking about him for a minute. This is not my first rodeo. Honey, I've been a prophet for 13 years. I've been talking about El Cristo for 13 years now. Okay? The fact that you first out say something like Jesus is the only way to a girl who literally is saved. Read a room, honey. Read a soul. Read a soul. I'm not really trying to attack you. It's just overall religious fanatics that the first thing they want to say is like, you need Jesus. Like so many people come on my channel. That's the first thing that you need Jesus. Girl, we all do. Shit. You need Jesus. Wow. Read a soul, honey. How can you not tell I don't have Christ? Because I curse a little? Because I like to drink a little SoCo once in a while? I like Southern comfort. So sue me. Those who Christ sets free are free indeed, honey. You don't like that I'm a free bird. I don't know what to tell you. I guess you don't know freedom enough. I don't know. I don't know. But when people say first thing they say, you need Jesus. I agree. That's why I found him. I needed him. And he was there. He's fucking epic. Who are you? Read a room. Read a soul. Yeah, in fact, It would make me trust you less if you start out with some gibberish like that. It would make me trust you 0% if the first thing you say to fucking me is, you need Christ. I'd be like, wow, you can't tell that I have him? Okay. Let me not trust you or anything you say going forward. Thank you. Thank you so much. You need to tune into God and ignore the interpretation of. Right. So anyway, magic. Sebastian, I'm trying to manifest that Sebastian gets magic back in his bones. It's going to happen. I just know it. It's going to happen because I'm magic. Magic always happens. Where there is a will, there is a way. It is possible. It is entirely possible that we get what we want. We are not settling. We are not going backwards. We're going forward. So we are only going to get what we want. We're going to talk about what we want. We're going to focus on what we want. And that is it. Going forward, guys, there is no going back. What home do you have to go back to? Your home was destroyed. You're in the Hunger Games now, Katniss. There's nothing left. What do you have? Really? You're the black sheep of the family. You don't even have a family to go to. What do you have? You have nothing. Just like Jesus, a king without a crown. What do you have? He didn't even have a place to lay his head. What do you have? Nothing. Just the same. We got to go forward, babe. We don't have what others have on this planet. Earth angels, I'm talking to you. Starseeds, I'm talking to you. Light workers, I'm talking to you. You don't have what everybody else has. You're built different. Your purpose is different. Your life story looks different. Your testimony looks different. It's different for you. Where are you going back to, Katniss? It's like in the movie The Hunger Games. Like, she had to go find out that her entire district was destroyed. Where are you going back to, honey? What do you have? What other choice do you have? It's like if Sebastian were here right now and I'd be asking him the same thing. Like, what other choice do you have? Where are you going? What are you clinging on to that's so rewarding? What do you have in your life that's worth a damn? Really? Nothing. What do any of us have? We have to build heaven on earth. We're not just gonna like go to some fucking other planet and just start building on Mars or some shit. Like, what, you gotta build it here. You gotta build a better reality here, guys. You gotta do it here. So many of you are in pain and you're like, I just want to leave. I just want to leave. I want to get to a different place. I need out of here. I need out of here. Where are you going exactly? Let me tell you what happens on the other side. As a girl who's been dead, who died in 2019, let me tell you what happens on the other side. You literally come back to figure this shit out again. To learn more lessons and more lessons because it's a video game and this is a cool place to learn lessons. So you either hack the matrix with your mind and get it to work for you, or it destroys you. You either make it your bitch, or it makes you its bitch. These are the two choices that you have. So on the other side, because you're an empath and you're a beautiful soul, you will volunteer for this shit again. You'll be like, sign me up for the Hunger Games, please. Put me in, coach. That's what you're going to do again. So don't act like you have another choice. You signed up for this shit. Be about it. There is no going back. Going back to what? Your entire family hates you. Your church kicked you out. Okay? Colleges don't want you. A 9-to-5 hates you. What do you have? You're different than other people. Okay? You're like me. You're weird. You were rejected. You've been cast out just like Jesus was. You're in good company. You got that going for you. You're in good company. But what do you have to go back to? I'll wait. Crickets. You don't have much to go back to. I know I don't. So you kind of get to this point where you're like, it's okay. I guess you fight for love then. Guess you claw your way out of it. A moment of silence for our old life that we never get to go back to. We never get to have again. Those people we don't get to the communities that we would get to go to every Sunday or every Tuesday night or whatever, and they liked us. Well, at least we thought they did. Goodbye to the old lifestyle of drinking alcohol when you think you can get a buzz. I don't even get a buzz anymore when I drink. It's like, what's the point? I guess goodbye to a whole life. I don't know. I guess I'm ready to see. What life could really be if it's not what it had been. What could it really be if you add magic? If you add a little bit of zhuzh, what could it be? Self, faith in higher power. I like that. I worship self. Do you worship self? I worship myself as God. I think that I'm God. And I think that you're God of your reality. And so I think that we should be worshiping ourselves, not a guy outside of us, not a church, not a pastor, not a politician, not an agency, not a government. Ourselves. Not money. God, the higher self in us, should receive the worship, should receive the glory. And then that higher self in working through us should receive the glory when 3D shit starts happening and moving in our favor. You know what I'm saying? Cool. I don't know what that said. I couldn't read it. It sounds like gibberish to me. I don't know. I couldn't read it very well because it's hot as hell and I'm going inside. But anyway, guys, I love you. Thank you for listening. It was a fun time. What do we have? Nothing. We don't have anything. So we got to rebuild. We got to rebuild at rock bottom. A lot of us have to rebuild at rock bottom. You either do or you don't. I'm not going to take anybody with me. When it starts happening for me, don't get fucking jealous. Build it for yourself. Right? What I've noticed is when good things start coming in for me, people get really hella jealous and I can't take it. I'm not taking anybody with me. Like, go to heaven on your own terms, honey. Don't cling on to me. And don't cling on to your nearest earth angel. Don't cling on to your nearest empath. Okay? Find your own fucking way home. Like, don't get jealous. Stay in your own lane. Don't get envious. Everybody's got their own amazing traits and qualities. And you're supposed to be ascending and going to God. This is the rapture, bitch. You're supposed to be going. I'm not taking you with me. You're going on your own. You see? So don't cling on to anybody. Don't be all codependent-like and weird creeper, stalkerish. Don't be creepy. Don't be weird. Don't be that guy. Okay? So the rest of you, if you don't want to take my advice and get the hell out of Dodge, then don't. But this girl is, because this World War III is on the brink, honey. And I'm not going down with the ship. I don't deserve that shit. I'm going somewhere nice. Somewhere tropical. Maybe not tropical. It still is in the desert, but it will be with a man I love. That much I know. And hopefully they have a Coca-Cola. He has a Coca-Cola there that's in the fridge because I am so fucking hot. It's hot as fuck out here. Only way is up now. That's it. Bring me the higher love. Ooh, yeah. Yes, what I've been dreaming of. Yes. That's awesome, man. I love it. Bring us the higher love, God. Bring me a higher love. Ooh. When I've been dreaming of. Yeah, stay in the wish fulfilled. Stay in that state of, I have it. Dude, it's happening. Remember, there's a reality where that thing already exists. Shift your mind there. That's all you got to do. Shift it. Stay there. It happened. It's done. It's finished. That's what Jesus said right before he ascended. That's what Jesus said on the cross right before he went up. It is done. It is finished. Your Christ consciousness needs to believe, well, not believe, but it needs to acknowledge that it is done. You need to acknowledge what your Christ itself is already seeing. That reality where the problem doesn't even exist. There is no sickness or disease in that reality you're going to. There is no car trouble in that reality you're going to. There is no money issue in that reality you're going to. It's the same reality as this one. The only thing that's different is your car works. And your money, your bank account is bigger. That's it. That's the only thing different. Everything is the same except that. You can't stay here. This one sucks. So you need to pick a different reality. Scoot your ass over. Get into the other reality. Okay? I love you guys. I gotta go. Have a good one. Bye.